In this lesson, we're going to look at blood type. So as a review, remember, codominance means that both alleles show up completely, and that many genes have more than two alleles. So blood type is one of these things. Blood type is going to display codominance, and it's also going to have three different alleles. So these alleles are A, B, and O. Another way that you might see these written is an I with an A, an I with a B, and a little I. And this is actually the more correct way to show it. But we're going to kind of try and keep things a little bit more simple. Now, the reason why there is the big A and the big B and then the little I is to show that A and B are codominant, meaning that they can both show up. O, however, is recessive. Alright, so that is how these three alleles are going to interact with each other. So let's look at the phenotypes. One of the things that people have a problem with blood type is that the alleles are letters, so the genotype's letters, and the phenotype is also letters. And people don't think of this as having a physical trait involved with it. But it does. So the phenotypes for blood type are blood type A means that you have cells that have the A protein on the outside. Blood type B, you have a different type of protein. Blood type AB, remember, because they're codominant, both of the proteins, the A and the B protein, show up. And type O blood, you have no proteins because this is recessive. So there are actual physical traits that are associated with these phenotypes. Blood types A, B, AB, and O. Those are the four possibilities. So let's look how we write these and how it goes with the phenotype. So the possible combinations we can have is we can have two A's, an A and an O, two B's, B and an O, an A and a B, and an O. Those are the only combinations. Now, if we write these the other way, this is how it looks. Notice it's very similar, it's just that the O's are little i's. Now, this is how it works. So because O is recessive, both AA and AO give you blood type A, meaning that you have the A protein. BB and BO give you blood type B. AB, because they're codominant, gives you blood type AB. And OO gives you the blood type O. And that's the only way you can get O, because O is recessive. So let's look at a Punnett square real quick. And again, Punnett squares work exactly the same way. So if this person has has AO, that's their genotype, they have type A blood, and this person has type B blood. We're going to set up the Punnett square and fill it out exactly the same way. And so notice when we look at the genotypes, we have one of each of these four. When we do the phenotypes, we have blood types AB, A, B, and O. We have all four of them present. Now let's look at how we can kind of figure out what parents and children are based on how this is inherited. So if a mom's type A, that means she either has the genotype AA or AO. If dad is type B, that means he is BB or BO. Let's say they have a child who is type O. How do we figure out what the genotypes are of all of these people? Well, if the child has type O blood, the only genotype is OO. And notice I've colored these differently. That's because in order for a child to be OO, they have to have received an O from both parents. That means that they have to have a genotype that has an O in it. In other words, for this to be correct, the mom has to be AO and the dad has to be BO. So a lot of times, especially if you have type O individuals, you can figure out and backtrack all of this kind of stuff.